You gotta put your past behind you. Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right? Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on them.
Well, that's not what I was told.
Then maybe you need a new lesson. Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Hey, brother Eric Ture Mohammed.
Hey, Dr. Tyrone Best. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Tyrone Best in the house.
Look, folks, yeah, Eric and I on the phone chit-chatting like we do. And they say plugged into your upline. Well, the truth of the matter, Eric and I talk about 30 minutes at least every day. And people always wonder, what do you guys talk about? And I don't know, we just talking. So you know what? Let's go live stream right now. It's Thursday afternoon, I think. You got to help me with the dates because I'm medicated and stuff. So I'm having a tough time because I thought it was Saturday and Sunday when it was Tuesday. So, but I know today is Thursday because yesterday was Wednesday. So I think I'm on track. But we wanted to just open the floor up and let you hear what we talk about. Because we talk about a lot of stuff. All of it ends up relating to the business. But unlike you think, see, and so I said, man, let's just bring them in and have a little chit chat. It's a good time, middle of Thursday, nothing to do. And you can watch how the conversation goes in a lot of areas. So I have no agenda here. I really don't. Well, I shouldn't say I always have something I want to say. The main thing, Brother Eric and I have been talking about for the last 2 weeks is getting people, hey, Mr. Mike Johnson, Mr. Mally Woods, Wendell Graham, how you doing, Wendell Graham? Thank you for plugging in. AB Works, good afternoon, AB. Kevin Billy in the house. Pam Dixon in the house. Excuse me. I always got something going on. Okay, that's better. Now, and so we talk about a lot of things. We talk about life. We talk about sponsoring people. We talk about how you build depth. We talk about so many issues. And I know I don't get to have a one-on-one with 50,000 people on these discussions. I will have those discussions with people who call me, though, because there's some things I can share one-on-one and some things I can share like generically, like in the Freedom Call when I'm talking to a whole group of people. But the main thing we've been talking the last 2 weeks is getting people to focus. And I truly believe that the number one focus always in networking. And see, foremost, I'm a networker. I'm not an arbitrator. I'm not a cryptocurrency expert. I'm not a Bitcoin expert. I'm not a G99 expert. I'm not a Mincho coin expert. I'm not a manual certificate expert. I'm none of those. But I uncertified will claim that I'm an expert at building your team, how to build a team. And I'm 100% convinced that nothing takes precedent over building a team. If you're looking at building long-term wealth, some serious security for your family, you gotta build a network. In something. In something. See, anywhere you see anybody making a substantial amount of money, you see a network in place. Then they may not be sophisticated and call it that, but that's what's in place. Walmart is a network of grocery stores all around the world. That's all it is. That's why if you can get your product in that network, and Walmart say to take your product and put it in 500 stores, I'm done. Mm-hmm. Okay, but now that's a pipe dream. That's a pipe dream. Why you call it a pipe dream, Tyrone? I mean, it happens, but it's a pipe dream because typically you don't have the finances to boot up for that kind of launch. I've been marketing this superior product called MSM, Ultra MSM, since 1998. This is not my sales pitch, because don't start calling me. Okay, I believe it's the greatest product in the world for handling your life and your nutrition, for restoring your health. I believe it's the greatest product in the world. You can name me a story, and I can sit for the next 3 hours and tell you about a story about someone who swallowed that product and restored their health. Okay, but I don't talk about it. Why? Because it creates confusion in people. I talk about GS partners. Okay. Now, the reason I'm telling a story about the product is because way back in 1999, 2000, 2001. People come and say, Tyrone, we got to get you on Oprah. We got to get you on Oprah, man. This one show at Oprah, and I got the contacts. They got the contact. They was in a phone call to Oprah. They knew they could get me on Oprah in 90 days. Especially with people coming on the show in the audience telling about what the product has done for them. It would have just been incredible. And you know what I said to him? I said, great. I said, but then I'll be out of business in about 30 days. No, man, it's all about sales. I said, no, you got to have infrastructure in place. You got to have inventory. Can you imagine me going on an Oprah show and 200,000 people call the next day want the product? My phone lines can't handle it. It'll blow up my phone lines. I don't have the staff to handle it, and I don't have the inventory to ship out the product. So I got to go borrow $2 million just to prepare me to be on an Oprah show. That's traditional business. That's stuff behind the scenes they don't tell you. I saw a commercial on TV just the other day about a guy who said he opened his first store. Cost him $500,000. He's now 3 years later. He got 80 stores around America. He's so excited and proud. I'm thinking to myself, what he's not telling you is the debt load he's carrying with those stores.
That's right.
You don't build 80,000. You don't put up 80,000 stores and you don't have any debt. He owes the world his soul right now. And everybody may own those 80,000 stores. And everybody got himself on salary and payroll. Everybody's on salary and payroll. But every month, I guarantee he is sweating to meet that overhead every month. He is tore up inside, probably drinking Pepto-Bismol every day.
Or something.
Great commercial. See, what you're getting here, folks, is free enterprise from a grassroots level, the real deal. You start your business with $33. You're now the CEO of a potential worldwide empire, depending on what you want to do. But again, it's your business. It starts with you. You're the CEO, you're the boss. Now, for most of us who've never been the boss, that's a big deal. We don't know what that means. Most people think the boss is a person who come to work when they feel like it and sleep till they feel like it. No. If you start a traditional business, man, the hardest I ever worked in my lifetime in networking was when Val and I launched our own company in 2002. I mean, Black-owned network marketing company. We own it. Now, I've gone from network marketing, Brother Eric, to traditional business owner. Because now I got a building, I got overhead, I got employees. Here was a challenge for me. CEO all day, handling administrative. Where's the inventory? What's this? What's the label? Got to relabel that, got to rewrite. I'm doing that all day. And then at night, I'm the number one recruiter in my company. Brother, it was 18, 20-hour days for about 2 years. And I said, this was not my dream. How did I get boxed into this place? So I'm gonna give you guys some history. I'm not here by accident. I went from distributor to company owner, 1% company owner, thinking that's the deal. Well, that's the deal if you like playing company CEO. That's the deal if you like going to the office every day, your shirt and tie on. Okay, if you like, having a beautiful name on, that's not what I signed up for. I signed up for this thing called freedom. So that's the kind of stuff that Brother Eric and I talk about all the time. And so think about this now. So now I've transitioned from that CEO thing back to being a distributor. Here I am today with an organization of 50,000 people, no overhead, no employees, no place to go. I've been sitting in this chair since about 10 o'clock this morning. I haven't left because my feet hurt. So I haven't left. I got no overhead, no place to go, and the business do $2 to $3 million a month. And you got people out there who want to think about it or be non-committed to it. Let me tell you something. The kind of conversation Eric and I have, this is the greatest thing you ever can commit yourself to, is building you a network. Because once you got a network of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people, do you understand? It really don't matter what the product is. Every time the company creates a product, you get paid. Every time the company introduces a new product, you get paid. But not if you don't have a network.
Right.
So then that's why that is the most important thing you can do with your time. Now, the challenge we have in GS Partners is we got all these other bells and whistles that can distract you all the time from building your network. I mean, you got mining certificate, non-fungible tokens. You can mint now citizenships in countries. There's so many other ways to make money, but all those ways of money in many cases are temporary or for a short period of time. Even your mining certificate say what? We'll pay for 36 months or 24 months or 15 months.
Right.
Building your network will pay you forever.
Forever. Forever.
Think about that. What is wealth builders worldwide? A network. Why it doesn't matter what the product is. Now, you got to have a quality product. Don't misunderstand. When I say it doesn't matter, I'm saying the company can introduce the company mark can introduce vitamins. I'm trying to find one of my business cards. The company tomorrow morning can say, we found this nutrition product. We got to put in this system. They got nothing to do with you. They stick it in the system. If you got to live with 1,000 people, 2,000 people go back there and start buying it.
Yeah.
The company tomorrow said, we're going to introduce Gucci purchases. Got nothing to do with you. If you build your network, it ain't got nothing to do with you. Ladies going to go back there and buy that Gucci purse, whether you want to or not.
Dr. Best, you remember how we just had this conversation, family? Oh, Ready for Evolution. Assalamu alaikum. We were talking about how in the bells and whistles are introduced and how often people will come and in the excitement say, man, I'm going to sell 100 of those. I'm going to sell 1,000 of those. I'm going to get this and that. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. But if you have a network, as opposed to just, you personally selling 100 of this or 100 of that, how about getting thousands of people and they all get 1, 2, or 3, or they involve themselves in getting it off to the next individual? How would that benefit you more?
Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's another thing I get people say, man, when they come out with this, I'm gonna be flying. When they introduce this, they waiting for the company to come with the next hot product. I said, no, you won't be flying. You'll be exactly where you are today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Unless you're trying to create some kind of part-time gig where you're a salesman. Look, I told you about this other company I own. We got a lotion that come. I got a guy, he sells about 30 bottles of lotion every month like clockwork. Now, that's all he want to do. So I ain't hating him. He buys it for 18. He sells it for $30 a bottle. He put it $200 in his pocket. And he happy with that. And every time he'll call in and he said, I need 30 more bottles of lotion. Okay? But that's never going to make him independent. It's never going to make him wealthy. It's never going to retire from his job, ever. See? But once you build a network, once you go through the pain of rejection, the pain of being told no, the pain of people quitting, until you find that person that has that dream to say, I got it. Building a network is the most important thing I can do in my time. By running my mouth and asking people, let me ask you a question. If I can show you how to take $33 and make yourself financially independent, would you be interested? Hey man, I got a $30 program that's gonna make you the CEO of your own company. Whatever words come out of your mouth, if you make that the number one priority that you'll say to somebody every single day, you're going to work. It's going to go to 50 people. I don't care if it take a year.
That's right.
And then it's going to go to 300. Then it's going to go to 5,000. Then it's going to 10,000. And at some point, you're going to look like a genius. Because you'll see, they said, look, right there, they said, man, it's been a slow week. It's real talk now. It's been a slow week. People come back from Dubai. It getting settled in. It's been a slow week. I look back there yesterday and said, I still made $2,000.
Okay. That's a slow day, Dr. Best.
That's yesterday. Still made $2,000. Why? Because of the network. Okay. Wait a minute now. And that's not really true. I made $2,000 in Bitcoin, Tether, and ethereal. You understand? I ain't count the coins because I'm earning 10, 20,000 coins every day.
That's right.
That's real money. I earn $300, $400 of coins every day.
That's right.
I ain't counting the mining certificates I own. I'm not counting any of that. I'm just counting the wallets on my dashboard. You say, well, I need to make some money in this thing. You make money in this thing by recruiting. Okay? The mining certificates, they're going to pay you. The non-fungible tokens, yes, that's going to pay you. You're going to earn in all of that. But the number one thing you can do if you want to increase your cash flow right now is sign somebody up for $33. You know why? Because you get paid right away.
There you go. There you go.
And then the best thing you can do is help them go sign 3 to 5 people right away. Why? Because you get paid right away, they get paid right away. And nothing elevates a person's belief like looking down there and saying, hey, wait a minute, I just made $8. Instantly. That's right. If you'd like to be 100, do more. Whatever you like it to be, just do more. Okay? And not let yourself get distracted with all the bells and whistles. We got the greatest program in the world.
No doubt
There's so
about
many
it.
ways to make money. I can't keep up. But I work hardest at staying focused on the main thing. And the main thing is, hey, it's a $33. It's a $33 decision. Let's go.
Here's a question, Dr. Best.
Yeah.
We can always run out of product. We can always run out of a thing. But can we ever truly run out of people?
No. It's not going to happen. People born every day. People die every day. People turn 18 every day. I've been doing this for 30 years. 30 years. I haven't ran out of people yet.
Just look at it, right. Look at the demographic we have of just, I'm getting excited now. When I get to twisting around chair to chair and side to side, it's about to be on. I mean, just think about the fact, the demographic. We are the baby boomer generation, a good majority of us on this platform. That means 10,000 people turn 60 years old around the world every day. And
Every day.
we represent the money, the disposable income.
Look, and we also know we don't have enough money.
There you go.
Because now reality sets in. You get about 60 and you start figuring, what is my retirement from this job I've been on? What is my Social Security? You actually start putting, you don't say it's going to be okay. You actually start paying attention now.
Attention, yeah.
And when you start paying attention, you go, oh my God, I'm in trouble here. They're going to pay me $225 Social Security. My pension's $400. That's $600. I can't retire anytime soon. That's why you see people that are 65, 70 years old going to work every day.
Man, I was talking with the Big Pill earlier today, and he mentioned a term, and we both fell out laughing because it's so foreign to us now. He was introducing the London event to, I believe it was a family member, and they said, yeah, I need to put in for the PTO right away. And we were like, PTO? What? PTO? We're so far removed from the workspace. PTO stands for paid time off. These are new terms now, Dr. Best, where you gotta put into to human resources or to your managing department and say, I need time off from this day to that day, and you have to give a reason. Gotta be kidding me. Now, mind you, I didn't always think like this, but I had to be introduced to an opportunity. But get this, I also had to be willing. I had to be willing to take up on the opportunity. I had to be willing. Something had to be open in my head to make that kind of decision. And I figured if I can make that decision, then there's not a soul out here who can't make the decision. So how simple is this opportunity where $33 can provide you an income for life? People may not think that long term, but do they think in pockets of $300 or $500 a month additional? Do they think about how they can get this bill off the table so it doesn't all come out of that same check every 2 weeks or every week or once a month? See, meeting people where they are, I think, has been a great gift in Wealth Builders Worldwide.
Yeah.
Because Wealth Builders Worldwide, our culture teaches us how to build a relationship, how to meet, how to greet, how to teach one.
Well, um, dog, I lost the thought I had it back because you and I covered it earlier today. We was talking about, well, it's a relationship business. I brought my card out because I want you guys to look now. When I wrote this mission, what now, over 10 years ago,
Wow.
Wealth Builders Worldwide mission to provide individuals worldwide with the tools required to enhance their lives, achieve their dreams, and build massive wealth.
Mm.
That's it. That's what I want to comment on. There's a game being played. And what Brother Eric I was telling me is most people don't even know there's a game being played.
Right.
And you got to acknowledge there's a game being played. And which game are you in? And are you in the game to win? Well, that $33 a scissors puts you in a whole nother game that gives you a chance to win in life. That's all it is. A $33 scissors that gives you a chance to win in life. Because the job, that game, there's no winning.
No winning.
There's no winning. You can do 40, 60 years, but there's no winning that game. You're going to wake up 60 years or 65 or 70 years old, then done your 40, 45, and as broke as you were, you started at 22.
Mm.
And then also, your face of your body is physically worn down too.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want your body out in all those jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So $30, so you get out that game and get over in our game. There's no guarantee you're going to win in our game. But as we see on the TV with the louder every day, so what do you say? You got to play to win.
Yeah.
You got to at least play to win. See, so I believe we should have thousands of people every single day signing up over here for $33. Now, once they sign up here, we got to bring them into our culture. The wealth builder culture says, we're going to give you tools and stuff to change your life. We're salespeople. We're not what you think. We're not going to be selling you products, goods, and services and cosmetics. You might be in one of those companies sell those things, and the things we're going to teach you will help you do that better. No problem at all. Ain't got nothing against those things. I did that for the first 30 years in this industry. So I have nothing against those things. Don't hear that. Okay. But I've learned the most important thing to do is help you get this mind right. Help you get over being shy, like Wanda Lynn Williams.
Woo.
So now you talk to folks. Okay. You're not afraid to talk to folks. You talk to anybody. So you connect with people and you realize you're just a connector, like Sherry Brown said. All you're doing is connecting people. And you're proud of being a connector.
Like connecting here, for an example. Now we're on this platform, and I see many of the leaders that I do recognize, and I see many of you sharing out, tagging people to drive them to this platform. How many of you tag your sponsors? How many of you tag additional leads? The reason I'm asking, I'm not trying to put you on blast, but there are many a part of the Team Believe Network, and I'm getting tagged about our own event. It's happening right now. Hey, you need to be in on this. You need to be here.
Right.
See, family, you know how they say caring is sharing? Now, it's not to say that because some of your leaders, some of our sponsors are not here, that they're not interested. We're not trying to put that over at all. What I'm sharing is that community that you find in the mission. I mean, when the mission says we provide individuals worldwide with the tools, what happens when you don't have the right tool to do the job you're in front of? It makes it hard. It makes it difficult. Okay? If you're trying to build a house, can you do it with a spatula? You see, you need the right tool.
Take a long time.
Long time. So when we say we provide the tools to enhance your lives, achieve your dreams, and build massive wealth, the first enhancement to the life is the power of the dream. That's the first enhancement that I received out of Wealth Builders Worldwide. I did come kicking and screaming. There's no doubt about it. 3 years ago, look, you didn't even see me. We were doing a Zoom. You didn't even see me in the Zoom. You saw a wall. And then as Brother Kevin 2X and Brother Jamil Muhammad and Sister Kimberly Henning, they got to talking. All of a sudden, my shoulder got into the view. Then my neck and head peeked in. I'm like, wait a minute, what's this y'all talking about? Y'all mean if I do X, Y, and Z, I don't have to do this no more? I'm talking to Dr. Best. I first meet him. I said, let me get this straight. If all I need to do is talk to people and I never have to work for nobody else again, that's all I got to do and get paid? Gotta be kidding. Now, mind you,
Gotta be
I'm
a mistake that this has been around all your life and you just finding out.
just finding out. Right.
You
This
just
goes,
been invited to the party.
I was 57 when I learned about Wealth Builders Worldwide. When I learned about an opportunity that would pay me first if I embrace it. And now we're in a surefire opportunity that pays you first intentionally. You can't do anything in GS Partners and not get paid. Not a
Right.
thing. Not a thing. You know, so it's like, okay, so this free enterprise, I didn't even know what the term was. If you talk to me about enterprise, I'm thinking of rent a car. I knew nothing. And here I am in my 60s, talking about, God, dog, if I knew in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s, look, Sister Cece Mahone said she was 67. Look,
Wow.
think about this now. You have that opportunity in front of you right now. If I was in my 20s, I can say that today, but I can look at my daughters. They're in their 20s, they're an extension of me. My sons in their 30s, extension of me. I have one near 40, extension of me. You see, we are given the opportunity to correct the wrongs. All right. When Dr. Best first got on the phone before coming to this platform, he said, as he mentioned to you just now, hey man, you know, games are being played and we don't even know there's a game. We don't even know we're in the game. And then I said, yeah, Dr. Best, you know, we could be doing a stream called, I think I said Games People Play.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. Some of us have been here much longer than the 3 years that I have. And we're just recognizing or waking up in this presentation, this conversation rather, that games are constantly being played. And we're in a position now, through the power of network and networking, to determine the field by which we play on, to determine the type of game we play, to determine the position we play, to determine the strategy we incorporated. And guess what? Nobody else manages that for us. Not a soul.
That's right.
We have such a product, meaning people, truthfully. We have the surefire mechanism that will always keep us paid. I listen, I like to believe I listen attentively to the leadership. I remember some years ago, Mr. Best and Mr. Dalco were on a stream just similar to this and talking about how the company that we were aligned with then, many of the leadership was having problems about it being slow, the money's not coming in, it's not doing what we thought it would. And they were laughing on the platform, admittedly saying, we didn't know there was a problem. We're making plenty of money over here. Today, inside the last few days, I've heard hints of it being slow, meaning momentum was not as evident in the back office as we feel, right? The momentum is there. The excitement is there. Some of us are jet lagged because we've been traveling right along with those who actually went into Dubai. We watch every video.
Right.
Man, we were bloodshot 2 a.m. here, you know, because it was prime time there. It was 10 a.m. in Dubai,
Right.
2 a.m. here, and we wide open, man. Look, our eyes look like traffic signals. One was red, one was yellow. We didn't know whether to stop or proceed with caution.
Right. Everybody's schedule been all off whack for the
We
last
were
week.
whacked out, man. You know, but got in on everything. I felt like I had saddle sores from riding the camera with CC Mahone. You understand? We were on everything. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. As long as you have a network in place, you're not as affected. Here's the strategy about momentum. Anything I saw coming out of Dubai, I put a link on it and shared it.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. Everywhere. I figured out how to work this text app called Hit 'em Up. I paid an annual subscription and couldn't get it to work one time for me until the subscription ran out and they called me and said, "Hey, don't you want to re-up this?" No, I don't want to re-up it. It never worked. And I went through a little tutorial and I sent out almost 500 text messages today of Dr. Ty Best. I'm still feeling a certain kind of way, Dr. Best, because I didn't know you were on. But he did a presentation this morning at 1:30, somewhere around there. And I sent that presentation out to everyone I had immediate access to. Now, they're not all in Wealth Builders Worldwide or GS Partners. But I discovered in this phone I have 2,190 contacts.
Mm.
So I send to everybody. I don't try to decide whether they're interested or busy. I don't try to decide whether or not they were looking at this opportunity or not. I don't try to decide for their pockets. I don't try to none of that. I have the number. I have numbers in here I have no names for. I don't even know who they are. But you best believe they're going to get worked. When I say work, meaning I'm going to put in work to stay free. You know, Mr. Johnson, Dr. Best, Mike Johnson, he talks about everybody manages to a number, right? And I didn't know what that number was for me. I probably still don't know because it seems to increase every time I turn around. But you said something in your stream that messed me up. And I can't pull the wall down, but I wrote it right here on this wall. You said 20 legs with at least 1,000 active members.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful goal.
That'll keep you busy for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
It could be the next 12 months. It depends on when we explode. If we explode and you already got the legs in place, you, brother, you had 20 legs, 1,000 deep in 90 days. See, folks, we're sitting on a powder keg.
Ooh, great description. Great
the world
description.
to have vision of what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're sitting this powder keg saying, now those who lose faith and off to do something else, that's too bad. They hear about it later. But for those who understand, we're sitting this powder keg. I believe all the coin got to do is go to 5 cents. And the party's over. The G99 go to 5 cents. It'll be a mess around here. I mean, people be buying cars and Escalades and Denali's and Cadillacs and Mercedes. People be going spending crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of us wise old folk like me, I'll still be stacking.
Hey, here's one.
I'll still be stacking.
Here's one. My back office is still giving me USDT card swipe, member swipe, 0.0015, 0.002 of commissions coming in from people swiping their cards. And then when I mentioned it to a business partner, they said, well, that ain't no money. But it adds up. You look in your back office, a network will only let you see $200, $300, $700, $800 in swipes of less than a penny. A network determines the net worth. How many of y'all heard that before? Net worth, your net work, the net work determines your net worth. That's probably the simplest math that I've ever been exposed to in this industry. How your network, the people you speak with, the people you come in contact with every day, or the people you determine that you're just going to send no matter what, a message. What can they say but no?
Hey, brother, tell them about the conversation that you had maybe 25, 30 years ago with Magic Johnson.
Oh,
When Magic Johnson was making money, but he discovered the game.
hmm look, seating is everything. Now, mind you, this conversation came in a world of influence. I'm in journalism now. I'm working for the Final Call newspaper on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And there were two events going on at this time in Washington, D.C. Every fall, September, October, coming into the fall, you have the IMF and World Bank meetings. So we cover these meetings to give Black perspective in the Final Call newspaper. And at the same time, the CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus, was having their annual meeting. And so it always made for impactful news and information to the Black world. Well, I'm in between both meetings, covering them at the same time. They sort of morphed into the same week. And I show up to I leave the IMF meeting. I come over to the Congressional Black Caucus meeting, or CBC, and there's Magic Johnson. Now, Magic Johnson is standing out there. He knows I'm working for the Final Call newspaper, so I just go up and say, hey, I'm Eric Ture Muhammad, Final Call newspaper. Can I get some comments? I didn't know him. I knew his stardom. I knew his celeb. Don't get me wrong. Let me tell you what this man said to me. He was just as comfortable when he heard the relationships. He didn't say, "Oh, pleasure to meet you. I'm Irvin." So none of that. He said, "Brother, let me tell you something." He tapped me in the chest, Dr. Best. He did one of them, when you take your hand and, "Hey, let me tell you something, man." Now that tap almost knocked me over. He ain't no little dude, right? He's thickerer, as they say about the Chunky commercial. Right? He's thickerer. He said, "Man," and he was just in a moment. He said, "I thought I was making money." He said, "I thought I was making money. I'm in the NBA, man. I get Rookie of the Year bonuses. I get signing bonuses. I get MVP bonuses, All-Star Game bonuses, Rookie of the Year, championships, endorsements outside of basketball. And then when you hit certain marks," he said, "you get additional bonuses in the NBA. Man, you couldn't have told me that." Look, if I had so many assists in a season, if I had so many assists in scoring, if I hit a triple double, in a season, if I advanced from one round to the next round in the playoffs, don't let me get an MVP. He said, money just coming, money was everywhere. He said, "I thought I was making money." He said, "One day, all that was over and I went to sleep. I went to sleep and woke up with money from Starbucks. I went to sleep and woke up with money from Magic Theaters." At that time, he had just acquired a swath of Fridays restaurants in the state of Colorado and converted them all in between the cities. Some remained restaurants, others became restaurants and theaters. He said, "Now this is making money." I woke up and forgot that I even played in the NBA. and he woke up at noon.
Hey, look, when we start, what we're saying is, see, this kind of stuff we talk about all the time. It's what's so unique about the opportunity at hand. Yeah, you got some unique challenges. You got people who tell you no, they don't get it. And it bugs you like crazy because they broke, they need it, they're going to need it, and they don't get it. You can't figure out why. And that can drive you crazy. That's why you got to work on your attitude all the time. Okay? To be above that fray. And understand that once you create this thing, once you build this credibility where you are recognized as a professional network, and you create 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people, you got a network. And if handled properly, that network can also migrate with you from one company to the next company. Not everybody. So get on and get some of those Mr. Like, well, yeah, Ty Best made our money. All of them folks from that company came to this company. Let me tell you something. We got 50,000 people here in GS Partners. I venture to tell you 200 I do before we got started as partners. Okay? It's not what you think. But you do have some core people who you've been working with who are pros already. Right. So they ain't got to learn. But now you do to the industry. You knew. You don't know what you're doing. That means all your friends that you contacting, they don't know what they're doing either.
They don't know either. Yeah.
So now you've got to give yourself time to succeed. You got to take the time for yourself to become a pro and learn the business and build your network. And then you got to work with people to teach them how to become a pro and build. Look, when we go wherever we went to here to GS Partners, I'd have to do a training called Mr. Delco. I said, let's go with Nate Hines. I said, let's go.
That's it.
I'd have to call Stephen McNeil and say, now, Stephen, make a list. He already knew all that. Been in this for 20 years. Let's go. See, all my friends are networkers. That's another subject matter. So I ain't had no problem letting go of people who weren't going someplace. I didn't have a problem at all. None. We said, oh, there's two different cats out there. There are people in game one who never going to change. And there are people in the free enterprise world who are going to change. You got to decide which one you want to be. And you're not going to be both. Psychologically, you cannot be both. Psychologically, you cannot accept a job for 40 years and claim to be fighting for freedom. Can't do it. Okay? And in a little while, that job will figure you out too. They're going to say, Sharon Vicks changed. Okay? She got an attitude. You're going to try not to have an attitude. But you don't want to sit around the water pole and talk about the TV show from last night. You could care less.
Care less.
You could care less. That's free time as you building freedom and a legacy for your family. So you ain't thinking about who won the basketball games. Now, I'm telling you, I'm a basketball fanatic, so that's not true. I got the game on right now. I got NBA channel on right now. Okay. We got these things we still love to do, but I'm not letting it dictate what I do over the business.
There you
go. Okay. And somebody said, all my people were spenders. That's right. Spend, buy, waiting for money to buy. Okay, so all you want to do is buy. And all of a sudden you start saving, investing, taking trips to Dubai. I know for those who paid their way to Dubai, that was an investment in yourself. As Warren Buffett said, the greatest investment you can make is in yourself. You know? And so, but I'm telling you, as you build your network, the pain you might go through, it was a painful 12 years. I'm telling you the truth. I can't even begin to describe some of the pain. I look back when I talk to people who've been through pain and serious stuff in life. You talk to somebody who came from a refugee camp. You go, okay, I really didn't experience it.
It wasn't that bad, huh?
But you talk to the average American who we think it's a rough night, and we spend the night in our car that night. We think it's a rough night. Yeah, Val and I slept in the car one night. We was going to a function, and all the hotels were booked. Only thing we can do is sleep at the car. We slept at the car all night. Next day, called our sponsor, went in his hotel room, took a shower, went to the event. I ain't tell you about that before, huh? See, stuff, we've gone through stuff too. That first 12 years, well, there wasn't a picnic taking place, Jack. It was hustle 18 hours a day. It was like building a business with the wheel when you could be driving a car. And today, all you're doing is, hey, man, got a Zoom at 9 o'clock. Check this out. Hey, man, we got another class in session 8 o'clock in the morning. Check this out. Get your attitude right. In fact, it'll help you on your job. It'll help you do your job better. Let's get real. We're not doing anything here that's tough. We get rejected faster because, you ain't got to hop in your car. I got the same degree of rejection back in the 80s. But the difference was, I have to try to stay hydrated, folks. There's something going on, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I'm not 100% there yet. I'm like 90% there. I can talk and sound and talk, but I got other stuff going on. In the 80s, to get told to no, first I had to book the appointment, get directions to their house, hope they're going to be there.
Right.
Pack up my board easel, pack up my sample product, throw it all in the back of my car, and drive anywhere from 15 minutes to 2 hours to their house. That's your local group during the week. On the weekend, you spend driving 5 or 6 hours more to your distance group. We tell everybody you want one distance group. Hey, Mr. Johnny Green, and you want one local group. You got to have a distance group because your distance group help your local group get excited. You tell the group, distance group what your local group's doing. You tell your local what your distance group's doing. They all get excited. They all start competing. We got to compete. We got to do this thing. And then we go to the house. Then we show the plan, and then we get to know. After all that,
Mm-hmm.
now it's like, hey, did you see something you like on that video? No, thank you very much.
Hey, Dr. Best,
You
C.C.
ain't
Mahomes
left the house.
Dr. C.C. Mahomes said they close the blinds and turn off the lights when you show up.
Right. Or the worst was,
Ooh-wee.
hey, CC, you give your package information, all your follow-up information. You come back 2 days for the follow-up. You find yourself on the front door. They say we had to go to dinner. We're not interested. Now, what made them not interested? You got to understand this. What they were interested when you left. In fact, they were fired up when you left. They said, oh, my God, we about to get rich here. This is serious business. All my friends going to love this. All my friends need money. All my friends want to make money. And they did what you told them not to do. Well, don't call your friends just yet. Let us help you walk you through that process. That's not what they do. As soon as you left the house that night, man, they picked the phone. They called their brother Jim. Man, I just ran across the credible thing. Man, you ever heard of Amway business? Man, they ain't doing that thing. What? No, this thing's incredible, man. You must, hey, look, click, I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Then they called their aunt. Click, I got to go. They said, wait a minute, I must have missed something. I must not be as intelligent as I thought I was. I must have missed something. What do my friends know that I don't know? Okay. And then they get a few more stories like, man, I tried that once. I was there for 30 days, make no money. They didn't tell you they never made a list. They never called anybody. They never plugged in, never worked their attitude. They never even put forth any effort, but they can tell you how they got in, didn't make no money, so they quit. And it's the company's fault.
Oh, it's always going to be the company's fault on that. That part exists today. You know, Dr. Best, when you started sharing about what you and Miss Val suffered through the first 12 years of this, I was reminded, Mr. Farrakhan said to me once, he said, brother, he said, if everybody that you read about in the Bible, if you knew all that they suffered to get to the promised land or get to the reward from God, you wouldn't be on the road with them. You know, we know about Jesus because we had to know about Jesus. But what about everything that Ruth or Abraham suffered, or Esther or Moses? If you knew everything that they suffered, do you think you have any followers? And I thought about that, and you're describing those first 12 years in some of the stories that you shared with us previously, and even here. You know, I remember you telling us how you knew everybody was going to get in this business. All your friends, they come to you, they hang out at your house, they party with you all the time. You couldn't wait, and you put together, I think, the first 2 events, and not one showed.
Not one. These are people we've been hanging out with, drinking beer with, partying with, barbecuing with for 7, 8 years. These are people we consider friends. Okay. We get together, throw a party, we have a good time. Not a one. Of course, they all had excuses why they couldn't make it that night because it rained or the cat died or something. But I was like, this is interesting. Zachary, nobody showed. This is interesting. But now I got that kind of ego where you're not going to call me stupid to my face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You understand? I mean, I got that kind of ego. I was going to do it for the rest of my life because I had already seen that it worked. Now I had to figure out how to make it work for me and Val. Okay. And yeah, we had all the no shows. We had the people get in and quit. I think the first year in the business, we might have sponsored 33 people. I mean, I could sell a kit. That's not, by the way, there's a difference between sponsoring and selling the kit. So getting a person making a $33 decision, you just sold a kit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good place to start. But then you want to sponsor them, you got to get on class in session, plug into the power call, Plug into the training on Sunday. Now you're a sponsor. Now you're walking through the process. Now you're a sponsor. You're not just kit selling, non-fungible
Woo,
token selling.
woo.
There's a difference.
That's good. That's
But I
good.
know there are a lot of flaky people all around the world. Therefore, what? Wealth builds worldwide. No one can. I got left in the cold. They can say, "Man, my sponsor quit. My sponsor quit. My other person quit. But I want to do this thing." Plug in the wealth builds worldwide.info. There's always going to be somebody to help you, and all you got to do is focus. Another statement the other area I talk about all the time. Look at some people. I said, so head of the business should be more than business. More should be happening for them. Why isn't it happening? I used to ponder that. I mean, for years. And I finally came to the conclusion about 20 years ago that is not what people are doing when we're watching them, when I'm talking to them. It's what they're doing when I'm not around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
And
they're
people
not
be doing
admitting to it.
all
They're
kinds
not
of stuff
telling.
that destroy their business. And they don't believe they messed up their business, but they are. They just don't know it. And I've watched them do it the last 30 years. I had one guy. This guy built $100,000 business in 90 days. I'm talking about smoking, Brother Eric, smoking. And then his volume started going backwards. This is 1993. I said, "No, what the heck is he doing?" I said, "Something's going on in that group." Now I'm down in depth, so I'm always talking, working the group. So but nobody's saying anything. Everybody keep it there, secret, whatever it is. Well, they tell him, "Don't tell Tyrone," because you know how fanatical he is. He gonna do one program. So I'm talking to a guy one day. He said, "Oh yeah, man." He said, "Tyrone, you want to do this or what? Or do what?" He introduced his telephone program to him. He said, "Everybody on the phone." He said, "This will establish this program. We make money from that too." I said, "That won't work." So what? I said, "It won't work." I said, "You just introduced another networking concept to your existing networking team. And I don't care. I don't have the explanation for why it don't work. It just don't. It just don't. People got to believe you're 100% sold out to what you're doing. And anytime you introduce anything else to them, you mess them up. They might even sign the dotted line on a new program. And then you watch it. They don't do nothing. Excuse me. They don't do anything.
Oh, nothing's appropriate. That works. Look, you really just
They don't
defined
do
it when you
anything.
said you couldn't put a reason on it, but you did. It's in one word: trust. It's
Hey,
trust.
look, that group, he wiped out that group. He built $100,000 business in 90s, had doctors and stuff, man. It was like, pretty much wiped that business out in 6 months. Just because he introduced a cancer into the group. See, anything you introduce other than what you're doing as your primary program, it's a cancer into your business. Now, some of you may say, "I don't believe that." Fine. This is not for debate. This is what I live by. I don't do it. And then you ask me why I make the income I make. I'm telling you what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't even like to talk about my other nutritional company. You have to beat me down and tie me down and get me to even talk about it. It's not a network marketing, it's a company I own.
Right.
Network marketing part gone. We don't pay no commissions, we don't do nothing. But I got people building a product for 20 years. I can't just shut them down. They've been on auto ship for 20 years. Okay. And all of them, I send them GS Products information when I send them their product. Okay. I said, "Man, I ain't got time to talk about your health. I'll be on the phone for 2 hours." I said, "I can be on the phone over here for 15 minutes and truly change your life here."
Woo.
Okay. For those who out there think you got two things, you can do two things, God bless you. Just let us know how that work out. But I've never yet met a guy who told me he built $200,000 income in network marketing at the same time. Now, don't misunderstand it. I want to make this very clear. I have met people who making $100,000 a year for one company, but they built them companies one at a time. They built this company, that company, built this company with all new people, put out that company and built this company. Okay. And they find themselves making 100, 200 grand a year and 3 or 4 different companies. I've seen that happen. But if you just get your network built for the first time, never. Never, never, never,
Or
never,
even
never.
even in not just getting the bill for the first time, you can see, and many of us can relate to this on the platform. You can see how difficult it is to manage accounts between the same opportunity. I mean, it's you're challenged.
I don't know how you do more opportunities than this one, because this one got like 10 opportunities within one business. We got so many things coming at us at one time to make money. I can't even tell you where all the money come from. You know, I know it's coming, but where it's coming from, crazy. I mean, between oh, wait a minute. That's right. We still get G99s every day. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I got these mining certificates. Oh, wait a minute. I own real estate Dubai. Wait a minute. I got a GS trade account I ain't looked at in 4 months. I might have 100,000 coins sitting over there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this thing is crazy. Now I'm going to try to do something else. Not going to happen. But I see people, I go, and then sure enough, 3-4 months down the road, I hear, he's doing this other thing. What? I didn't know he was done. Well, that would explain it. And what? That would explain their progress. I'm wondering, they should be further ahead. They should be further ahead. This is not that difficult. Okay? But if you try to run 3 deals by that person or 2 deals by that person, it is difficult, because then you're creating confusion. And where there's confusion, you don't quit, there's stagnation.
It's stagnation.
There's
That's
no
right.
activity.
That's
There's
right.
confusion, there's stagnation. That's all it
And I,
is.
the Honorable Elijah
Okay?
Muhammad taught us that the righteous don't move in darkness. If you
Right.
can't see a way through, you freeze.
Right.
Everything stops.
Look, hey, Eric, you can be fanatically wrong and get more done. You can't be confused. I hope I said that right. You can be fanatically and dead wrong, but you'll still get stuff done. Okay?
Because of focus.
Because why? You are focused.
That's
And
right.
people, that's one of the things that, see, back in the big A, folks, he said, here's what you do. He said, you put the blinders on and you run for 2 years straight. You don't look to the left, you don't look to the right, you just keep running. There are folks still watching you. They'll watch you. Look, man, I can buy a new necktie. And people say, is that a new necktie? Back in the old days. People ask, I'm talking about 20 years ago. I could buy a new necktie. People say, that a new necktie? They're watching everything you do. You got a new car? Well, okay. They're watching everything you do.
You reminded me of something. I'm on Zoom for months, and it was fall coming into winter. So I'm always wearing sweaters around the house because they kept it cool in the house. So here I am wearing this red sweater, this red sweater, this red sweater, this red sweater. And I would throw it on to get through different presentations. I traveled to Macon, Georgia to go see Sister Dorcas Clark. Surprise, impromptu family, we all drove down to Macon, and we wanted to visit her. And we went to visit her. Now, you know, she's legally blind. She's not visually impaired. She's blind. And we go to the attendant in the complex she's staying in, and she comes down in the elevator. And when she heard me, she knew the voice, but she got a glimpse, and there was a little insight. She said, "Oh my God, it's the red sweater. It's Brother Eric." The red sweater is Brother Eric. I said, "Wow, is it that bad?" And we were so excited to be with each other. But people watch. They watch. There are
like
people that have been watching you all for now 2, 3, 8 years, who are just still peeking around the corner, but they're a little closer.
Look, Eric, here's where people, this way people blow up their group, don't you realize? They've been watching you for 16 months. Stay focused. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, Shanny comes along and says, man, look, all you do is sign up over here. You're going to make like $5 grand next 30 days. I don't know how you can turn this down. You say, okay. Okay, I'll make it. So you sign up. Well, I'm just going to tell 2 people in my group. Look, folks, networkers with big mouths. We get paid to tell the secret.
Paid to tell
the secret. Whatever networker tell you, I'm not going to tell anybody. We get paid to tell the secret. Okay? And so now you drop that poison into your team. There were people who were just about ready to go. People just about ready to sign up. There are people who've been running with you for 6 months who just about ready to get dead serious. They say, you've been serious for 16 months. It must be going well. Let me get dead serious about it too. And then they go, oh, wait a minute. Something must be wrong. Because see, you can't say I'm doing fine over here, but I got to go do this. Okay, unless you think the person you're talking to is real stupid. See, I can't say, oh, everything's fine, but I got to have me a girlfriend. That don't work.
Don't work.
Unless I'm stupid. If my wife's stupid. And I love you, but I got to have me a girlfriend. Okay. I'm not getting in people's relationship. You know, people got all kinds of stuff going on. I'm not there. I'm just saying that sometimes the story don't fit.
Don't fit.
My story wouldn't work with Val. If I said, Val, you know, we've been together 40 years. I gotta have this girl here on the side. It'd be okay, honey. I can handle her and handle you. Well, it just said something's wrong at home.
That's what it says.
Okay. And Val gonna figure it out. Oh boy. Look, you know, but shoot. Somebody told me, I said, we've been together so long. I said, I can't tell her a lie. She looked at me and said, you're lying. So I can't get away with nothing. Okay. I said, it just couldn't get away with anything. Okay. But I had dreams right now. Go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead. You had dreams right now. What now?
Well, I'm arguing with Val about stuff. And I'm sitting there, this potential date, nobody in particular, just a potential date. And I'm arguing with the date and I'm arguing with Val. I said, I can't do this. And then I look over and say, wait a minute. Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. And Val said, I know that. I'm just trying to help you out because you're just crazy. You know what she said? You trying to check with me? I'm gone, honey. I'm gone. You want to check with me? I said, you want to check with me first. You know, so anyway, I'm telling you, man, it's a trip. But this is the kind of stuff that Eric and I talk about all the time. It ain't because this is the life of business. We should say to business, build a family, build an individual, and the individual will build a business. Mm-hmm. The average person that comes to our business, folks, you do understand, feels inferior to everybody else, has a low self-image. It's just until we start saying you can do it about 500,000 times.
It's all part and parcel.
They slide into the business and they wonder if they can do it. I tell a person you can make $100,000 a year from home, and they barely making $30,000 a year working 6 hours a week on a job. That goes against everything they've been taught, learned, and conditioned to believe. That's how I work. What I say I work is provide you with the tools required to enhance your lives, achieve the dreams, and build massive worth. We sell people on the infinite possibilities of their lives and the power of their dreams. We sell people never giving up.
That's right. You know, that's something I want to add to this, Dr. Best. And I'm looking at the time now. I still have a job. I gotta go and pick up my wife, or else I'm in trouble. But I want to add this. One thing that I've learned in this networking space now, that people who you attract to the business are only looking to do what's next. That's all they're looking to do. What's next? Let me qualify it. I came to the opportunity. I had no idea that people didn't make a list of 100 people a day. I did not know that people didn't call people 100 people a day. I did not know. And I'm fired up. I'm on the power calls and I'm listening. You know, Carlito and I, we still talk about to this day how we were on these power calls. I mean, huddled around the phone or the laptop like it was a little radio. I mean, we just huddled there, you know. We would hear presentations about it being all about the dream, you know, and we wanted to be like Dante Taylor. Why? Because Dr. Best said, Dante Taylor, he can see this thing. He can taste it. I was like, man, I want to be like Dante Taylor. We all want to be like Dante Taylor, right? Even my wife. And so we fired up. Man, Mr. Dalco said, for every 100 people you speak to, 20 will listen to you, 5 will join you, and 2 will be rock stars. What he meant was that 2 will outrun you. I was like, God, dog, that's simple. That's all it takes, just to talk to people. And so I did it every day for the first 7 days because I wanted 2 people to outrun me every day. I get my feet wet in this thing. I didn't know that. So I just pick up the phone, call. Matter of fact, I didn't have a referral link. My wife joined the opportunity and I had not joined yet. I put some money together along with her. She put together most of it and got a package or a kit, right? And neither one of us were onboarding. I'm just following. Well, I guess it is onboarding. I was following all the Zooms, the power calls, the freedom call. I was following every live stream Mr. Dalco did. I mean, I'm on everything. So I decided, okay, I want 2 people to outrun me, but I didn't have a referral link. I was giving out my wife's referral link every time I talk to somebody. A week goes by, and my wife asked me, "How's that gold thing going?" I said, "I don't know." And she looked into the account and looked in her back office and saw all this money. People had joined and registered under her, and they went on to get the most expensive of kits. At the time, they were called VIPs. Renee Gant was in her downline. Renee Gant went out and sponsored 12 additional. No, she sponsored, I think, at the time, like 4 or 5 VIPs. My wife's organization had 12 VIPs in the first week. I didn't even have a link. I said, man, I gotta give me a package. She said, look at all the money I made. I said, what do you mean you? What do you mean we? What happened to we? I had to get me a package, right? But the point of it is the formula was there. The way to go about it is there. I didn't know everybody wasn't doing it. So when people were celebrating,
you just said so right there.
yeah.
That's what people got to deal with. Until you get in this business, it just never occurred to you that people like whining about money. They like whining about money, whining about their job. They don't necessarily want to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a shock. You first realize all these folks around you talk all these big dreams, how they hate their job, and if they had a chance, if America would only give them a shot, all that stuff. And then you get in this business, you're going, I don't understand. They don't have any money. They can't stay in their job. They want to change their life, but they look at this opportunity and go, no, that's not for me. Like they got an abundance of opportunity raining down on them all
elsewhere.
over. Yeah. But we have to deal with that. That's part of the thing we have to deal with. Mm-hmm. So, brother Eric, I know you got to run, man, because we can see. So you want to know this kind of stuff we talk about all the time. If I could leave you guys with anything, I say for this next 90 days, we're in the middle of May now. It's not for the next 90 days, for the rest of your life. If you want to become a pro,
come on.
You want to become a pro at recruiting, at building a network, at sponsor priests, making chit chat, and then going down in depth and continue to build that network. Because the growth takes place in depth.
Mm-hmm.
See, Abdul Rahman is depth. Is depth. That's depth. Got to keep going down in depth, finding leaders in depth. That's where your security comes from. That's why you want to have a leg good 10, 20 deep, and then have the leg go to 1,000 people. But you work it all the time. Go make sponsoring people $30 your number one goal every day. Your number one goal, all the other stuff, great. You get the management certificate, all the other stuff in your spare time, but your number one goal every day is a $33 decision, folks. We ain't got to talk about it for 3 hours.
Right.
Let's go. And then we're going to eat this elephant what? One bite at a time.
One Zoom at a time, Dr. Best, as you would say. One Zoom at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
I know you got to go.
Yes, sir.
So
thank you so much, Dr. Best.
We do something like this time. Every now and then we'll pop on so people like know what we talk about. And I do a lot of these I have these long extended conversations about everything, because I literally believe that networking is everything. It's every aspect of life when you understand it. Okay, it's about being nice to everybody. Because 5 years later, hey, I was nice to Nate back in 1997,
Ooh, what an example.
1996, 2013. He called me and said, "Will you sponsor me?" You don't know where the seed gonna fall. And then he sponsored me to Delco. You don't know where the seed's gonna fall. Be nice to everyone. Look down the road. Get over Friday payday. Stop worrying about tomorrow payday and Friday payday. Get a long-term perspective of what you're doing. Look at that free coin you're getting every single day because the citizenships you're in.
Woo!
Look at that coin being $1. Don't look at it being 4/10 of a penny. Think about every day you earn 100 free coins minimum. Think about that coin was $1. You're earning $500 a week, sitting at home right now on the telephone. Think down the road. Okay. Dr. Joseph Heights, Mr. Joseph Heights is in a position where everybody's making money. How much money you make depends on your level of commitment. I'm out. Back to you, Brother Eric.
Thank you, family. You know the routine. 9 p.m. this evening, we're back on goldrocks.info for the live opportunity presentation. Drive everybody to that presentation. And then at 10 o'clock tonight, Mr. Mike Johnson, whose subject matter tonight is keeping the main thing the main thing. So make sure you're on for the tools training. That's Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Share it with everybody. And if you don't know about it, shame on you. But you can correct that right now. You can go on it and get on there. Thank you, family. Peace and power. Forward.